Welcome to the Game of Thrones podcast, the officially unofficial podcast for Game of Thrones on HBO. I'm Jim.
I'm Aaron.
And today we're talking about season 6, episode 6, titled Blood of My Blood. We just watched it. It's an instant take. What'd you think?
Okay, so that's how you ride a dragon, right? None of this rubber Drogon bullshit, none of this shitty compositing, none of this just, I gotta get around this. No, it's not so comfortable. She just off screen.
They didn't show it,
off screen, but I like to think that she did like a Xenia, and just did like a quadruple gainer, land right on there, said, Drogon, you're my bitch now, and rode off into her Khalasar.
Yeah.
But it was pretty awesome.
It was. And I don't know. I could see all the pieces falling into place as that scene was happening.
Sure.
It almost feels a little rote, like they have to do it at this point.
It's like, yeah, like
so it didn't overwhelm me with awesomeness, but it was still pretty cool to see.
It was still pretty cool, and it did feel a little stagey, like almost like the another one of the Shakespearean Westerosi plays where it's like, I'm going to go off stage left, and here's my dragon, like, you know,
right? Yeah.
But whatever.
It was still cool.
It was still cool,
and it's a way to get her back to Meereen quickly, and have her army meet up kind of at the same time that the ships get there, and we can all
have multiple
sea party,
multiple battles being joined all over the map, and it's pretty cool.
You're right. The other scene that I really absolutely love is when Jaime comes marching in with his army. Well, okay, it's Mace's army, right? But he's kind of leading the pack here.
Is it Mace's army, or do they just play along?
That's a fair question.
Oh, Jesus, this guy again.
I will say he had the more flowery and feathery of the helmets
there.
So
sure.
Probably the commander, I guess.
Yeah.
But then that scene was just totally shit on with Tommen. Oh my God, Tommen.
And I thought it's funny how speaking of Mace and how ineffectual he is, I thought it's interesting how he had one of his men leading the horse that he was sitting on.
Did he?
Yes.
He can't even ride a horse?
I don't think so.
Has he been thrown before?
I think that's what we're supposed to understand, that he is so inept and so lacking any kind of martial skill that he has a man lead his horse in front of him.
That's sad.
Like you're a 7-year-old Boy Scout on your friend, and you got the scout mat light,
Right. You're Samwell Tarly.
Samwell, I think, could ride a horse probably.
At this point, yeah.
He can kill a thin and a White Walker, that's for sure.
Right.
So do we want to talk about that, or let's
stick with Jaime and Tommen, because
I don't know what is going on with Marjorie.
Thank you, because I have no fucking clue either.
My hope is that she's like, you know what? Fuck this. The adults have had I'm making my own play.
Yeah.
I have been pawned off on 3 different ineffectual dudes, and I am going to never be put in this position again. So I'm going to do my own thing. Because otherwise, if they both make a complete, sincere, and also the look on her face when Mace and Jaime rode up, I couldn't tell if it was like, oh God, they're screwing it up, or oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to get out of this, or oh no, I need to do my shame walk because I love God. Right, the gods, I should say. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but it was frustrating because I thought we are going to put an end to this one way or another, and then when the High Sparrow balked, I'm like, oh, well, he's done the math and he can see, bathrobes and hammers versus plate steel and, castle forged swords, and he's clearly come to the right answer. But then I don't know,
and Elena seems defeated.
How did the Lord Commander not know that the king was sallying forth? Like that there's a little bit of
question.
There's a little bit of loosey-goosey stuff here. Like every one of those men should have reported to. And why would Tommen suspect that Jaime is going to do something crazy? Do you think there's someone behind the scenes besides the High Sparrow manipulating things? Because this could be a plot hole, or it could be some signs of some subtle or not so subtle manipulation.
I feel like it's just the Sparrows. Like, I don't think there's any force inside King's Landing that's working against them. Unless it's
Qyburn.
Yeah, Qyburn. I don't know. He seems to be doing Cersei's bidding.
Yeah, but he's also doing.
What about the Maester?
Sure. Is Pycelle smart enough to do something or bold enough? Does he have the balls to essentially go behind everyone's back?
He did try to speak with Tommen alone.
Well, it's interesting that Tommen was so, I guess, because everything is like this extreme speed with which we need to get Jaime out of the city. as Lord Commander of the. I thought that was a nice bit of symbolism. Like I wish Selmy Barristan was still alive to see that Jaime got the same indignity that he was suffered, and Jaime's a lot less badass in his acceptance of the situation,
right?
But because he couldn't cut them down like so much cake or butter or whatever the hell he said.
No.
But it does seem that's the reason I think there might be some political intrigue, because on the face of it, you got to get Jaime out of there because he defied the faith,
right?
And you got to get probably Mace out there for the same reason. But on the other hand, it just seemed like it's super fast, and if there is some kind of skullduggery, and I mean there is skullduggery, I just don't know, is it extraordinary skullduggery,
right? And who, if there's outside of the skullduggery we know is going on with the High Sparrow. Yeah, so that's a good question. I mean, Jaime's now off to, he passionately kisses Cersei, which is real gross, and then he heads off to the Riverlands, to lead an army, I guess, to
pacify the Blackfish,
fuck up the Blackfish. Yeah.
At the same time, the Freys are sailing forth to pacify, to threaten the Blackfish.
Right. I wonder what happens there. That's interesting.
So it's interesting because a lot of book readers were thinking that Jaime going down to Dorne was going to be a substitute for his ride through the Riverlands.
So he does this in the books.
He does this in the books, and I'm not going to go into what's going on, obviously, but I'm kind of interested and surprised that they remixed him down into Dorne, and now they're going to just, it seems like, maybe play a straightforward him going and treating with the Blackfish, and they've changed the details and all that, and who knows what else they're going to change. But I'm super surprised that some of these plots are kind of zombieing and resurrecting back that I thought that we'd been done with.
Yeah, if you want to talk about another plot that's that got sprouted some legs, I don't know, some really cold hands.
It's a bit Benjen Stark.
Benjen's back.
In fact, I was like, with 15 minutes ago, I was talking to my girlfriend. It's like, I can just call him Benjen, right? Because we hadn't seen like his full reveal.
Right,
I'm like, anyone can tell that that's Benjen. Like you hear his voice. Like if I don't say it on Instant Cast, within the next day it'll be common knowledge. And then thank God they dispensed with the mystery, because I'm like, they'd been so, because I'm like,
yeah, they just revealed
it's kind of a spoiler, but you can recognize the dude. Like,
right.
Yeah. So they just got it over with. He's got a kind of fucked up face. I think they implied that he was dead and they were going to White Walker him, and the children shoved the obsidian
and saved him,
into his heart. And so I guess that's the cure and the poison.
I guess so. Yeah. Who knows what powers that has, but
it's the poison and antidote, I should say.
Yeah. So it stopped his progression, and now he's like in some twilight between White Walker and human. Like
I don't know, because we probably should hold off much more speculation about that for the spoiler section.
You know too much.
Okay. Well, and that's the thing. Like, although I gotta say that just having this guy show up in his Benjen, and he's been hiding in the weeds for the third-eyed, God damn it, there it goes again, the three-eyed raven to beck and call, and Bran is now the three-eyed raven. It's, I don't know, like the people suggesting that Benjen's here, Benjen's there, Benjen's alive. I think I went on record like a week or two ago saying, no, that's never going to happen. Like he's just the MacGuffin.
Whoops, you did. I think it was just this last week.
He's just a story engine that puts things into. But no, fuck me, I'm wrong again.
Right,
wrong about the King's Moot.
Let's talk about Gendry.
Sure. He's gonna. I've been making fun of people saying he's gonna come back on the champion rowing team.
Yep.
But no, you heard it here first. Gendry is sitting athwart the Iron Throne before this series is over.
Gendry confirmed. Let's talk about what else happened this episode. Sam and Gilly. That was a major
got a frosty reception, and
the frostiest.
So this guy that plays the senior Tarly, I recognized him. He was in Downton Abbey the last few seasons, playing the imperious, disapproving father of some boy. I think his deal was that he was a Jew.
Okay. And
that he didn't like his son to fraternize with the English women. Like he wanted to keep like his Jewishness. I don't know.
Right.
I watch Downton Abbey like I watch a soap opera. I just don't go that deep into it.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he's essentially playing the same super cold and insensitive and imperious kind of douchebag, and it's like I guess that's his thing now.
Okay, it
Like
works.
he plays one douchey father, and now he's going to play just douchey fathers from here to the grave. But boy, did you think that Sam was going to snap and like do something with a spine? Because like he came at it pretty high on poor Gilly.
No, I thought Gilly was going to stand up for him.
She kind of did,
and she did, yeah. But
which got
she
her in
slipped
trouble
up too. I thought that was just going to be the scene is Gilly standing up for Sam like she always does when he can't stand up for himself. But yeah, it turned into something much more, which was, oh no, you're a wildling, and I hate wildlings.
Yeah.
For 500 years,
I'll let you serve as my scullery maid, and I'll raise the bastard, and I'll make sure he hears the word bastard 5 times a day.
Right. Right. And I love Sam's solution to it. I'm going to take my wife and my child and your sword, and I'm leaving.
When he bid her adieu and shut the door, I'm like, you're not even going to spend the last night with her? What the hell? What has happened to you, man? And then the doors burst open, and he's like, nope, I'm taking you, taking the kid. Oh, yeah, I'm taking Heartsbane. I'm taking it all. Like, and also, I do think his dad's going to come after him. Maybe his younger brother. And what the hell is he going to do? Did he go consult the scrolls and like, oh, it seems like as soon as you go to the Citadel that you are protected from everyone and everything and they can never touch you and under pain of something.
A lot of people hiding behind like very flimsy defenses.
Well,
like the High Septon,
Septon. Yeah. Septum, I think, is something your nose
thing. Yeah. I learned that a while back.
Sure. He's going to get it pierced this season, I think. just as a youth outreach thing, you know, he wants to be cool. He's losing the younger urchins of King's Landing.
Yeah.
And he wants to be cool.
He's going to get pierced up here because he's the High Septon.
Oh, right. It would be more of a bridge than a septum. Guest rights didn't work so well for Robb.
No.
Stark. I wonder what he's got up his sleeves. Up his dingy black
big
maesters.
Fat arms, apparently, according to his dad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad he did it though, because that didn't seem like a good place for Gilly to stay.
No, that's why I'm like, I mean, his mother is a delight and his sister is lovely, but I don't see how it would be anything but hell.
Yeah.
You know, with maybe an angel or two on your side, but still hell for her and that baby.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's going to cause him problems. I mean, like he said, he can't really take her to Old Town. He can't.
But yes, the thing is, like, it kind of feels like we got put on a treadmill there or we went in a full 360 because he outlined clearly all the problems why she couldn't stay. Told her why staying at his house is the way to go. And now, like, fuck all that. And also, I'm taking my dad's prize sword.
Right. So you think he's going to try and find another place for her to stay other than Old Town?
I really don't know. Like,
I don't either, but
yeah, I have no idea where this confidence is. Or maybe he's just like, you know what? Maybe I'll, do you think he's going to refuse to go to the Citadel for a bit until he gets this?
Nah.
The other ones that were mentioned prominently are the Brotherhood Without Banners. Do you think that maybe she'll shack up with them? That seems an unsafe place for a baby, but
it certainly does.
They'd probably treat her a damn sight better than House Tarly.
I don't know. They're roaming around, though. It's nice to know.
Right. Rallying the common folk.
Yeah. The other person who is on the run this episode, holy shit, Arya. Arya, we knew we were going to break eventually. We knew you couldn't hack it as a faceless man. It was just a matter of time, and you've proven yourself.
Faceless person, please.
That's what they call themselves.
This is the year 300 or 299. What's interesting about this is they made it so abundantly clear how overmatched she is against the Waif last episode.
Right.
They took great pains to show how even unarmed, this Waif can just hand Arya her ass anytime she chooses.
And that's who Jaqen sends after her.
And she's like, this is personal. I've been wanting to do this. Please let. And I don't know how she gets out of it, because I don't think Needle bestows upon her some kind of superpower.
No,
the Waif is not a White Walker. That's not Valerian Steel.
Definitely not.
Like she
can't use faces. But Waif Watch begins right now.
Here it is. The Waif is allergic to shellfish.
Oh God.
Oysters, clams, and cockles. You heard it here first. It's going down.
They taught her everything she needed to survive. Little did they know. No, Waif Watch has begun, right? Like every face you see in a crowd, it's now potentially Waif.
Which another
lurking around Arya, waiting for the kill.
Another cool little, ooh, we're getting more lore and backstory. Jaqen flaying that guy's face off.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of knew that was going to happen, but it's still kind of cool to see. And there wasn't any kind of like, pentagrams.
That was the oysters, clams, and cockles guy, right?
I don't know, honestly.
He looked like an older bald guy.
You know how many older bald guys are in this show?
That's fair.
It could have been Varys.
I thought it would be a nice touch if he was like, we finally collected on this thing.
Yeah, and that
Arya messed up at the same time she messed up another.
That would be sweet. But maybe easily verifiable or falsifiable.
Yes.
And it would be nice. It would also kind of imply, I guess, from a lore standpoint, that maybe it takes a while to prepare the body for this process. That the washing and all that's just like phase 1, and then they gotta age and cure like a fine cut of meat,
like a prosciutto.
Yeah, and then when it's ready to go, you peel it off like so much prosciutto.
I don't know, man. Waif Watch is a thing now.
It is.
Hashtag Waif Watch. We gotta figure out like every episode. Watch the frames. Rewind.
Another merch idea. We're gonna have a watch with the picture of the waif on it, and then it's gonna be like those 3D effects as you tilt it around, it changes to Jaqen, and then
then to yourself, it's a mirror when you
right.
When you hold it up.
That's the deluxe edition.
You're right.
Waif Watch begins, and that's a scary thing because she could be anybody, and also Arya can't beat her on her best day, even if she knew she was coming. So, do you think so? The other thing is, they showed Arya. Is she still in the House of Black and White, or is she fucked off?
She's gone. She grabbed Needle and she ran.
They show her in utter blackness. Do you think that her being blinded for a time, is that something they do to all recruits, or maybe recruits only fail? And will that maybe give her an advantage over the waif?
It could.
And like if she sets up this like kind of Batman versus Bane fight and she's Bane, could she win maybe that way?
Maybe so. Yeah. I don't know how you'd have to go in like a cave or just a darkened hall or something.
Or her room when she blew the light out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Did it feel satisfying?
Is she just hiding in a hole? Is she
not
running?
I need to watch it again, but it seemed like it was I like underneath it's like she's staying in Harry Potter's cupboard or something, only it's all black brick.
Okay, I think she's definitely still in Bravos, but I don't think she escaped Bravos yet, but that should be her next move.
Yes.
Get the hell out of Bravos.
But I imagine it's hard to get out with the Faceless Men coming after you. And we found that last episode they founded the town and how much their connections, how deep do those go? I know, pretty interesting. And I'm scared for her, except for I just feel like that she's the one person that can't die. But I would have sworn up and down that's the thing. Like, season 1, like I would have sworn up and down that there's no way Ned dies. And then, so yeah, I guess she could. That would be shocking. But there's got to be still 1 or 2 kind of surprise deaths left for us, though.
Oh, yeah.
That we didn't see coming. I mean, Hodor is one thing, but like, a Ned or a Robb level Jaime could die. Yeah. Sure. Like Cersei, I expect, but like there's going to be something like with the Tyrion or Arya, someone of that caliber probably dies before this thing's all said and done, and it will be for real shocking.
Yeah. The person who got it worst in this episode was probably Tyrion. Because that play, man, they are just savage.
Really one-sided.
Completely biased. But pretty funny.
Yeah. I still enjoy the stagecraft and the fact that they're doing these kind of rhyming couplets and
and the farts.
The
death farts are pretty good.
The farts. Do you think that was? I wonder now the conspicuous Maester farting, because that was so out of character. But I wonder if they were just got the giggles in the writing room about some meta commentary about how things haven't really changed. It's all about the farting and the dick jokes. And
could it be foreshadowing his own death? Is that where we're going?
I don't know. Although when fake Tywin was dying, I was really expecting some gold nuggets to come out. Weren't you? Like when he kind of lifted his leg, I thought like you're going to see like 3 painted rocks come flying out.
Should have done it.
I mean, like it's not like they're too highbrow for it.
No,
they got just naked fart jokes running around in the show.
Right.
I feel like there's something else we've forgotten to talk about.
Maybe, but that's the nature of the instant cast.
Yeah.
do with that what you will. But I don't know. Unless you can think of it now, I think I'm good.
But it's interesting because this was more of a, even though a lot kind of happened, this was more of a set piece, or taking the set pieces and moving them into position where they need to be for the next thing.
Right. We didn't talk
much. Everyone was in transit. Arya's in the wind. Jaime's in transit. Braun Watch, speaking of, we finally got mentioned. So slipping him the biggest bag of gold he's ever seen. I would like to see that in an alternate universe.
I would too. I wish Jaime would do that. I was as angry as Jaime.
Can we get a bonus feature on the season 6 DVDs where Braun goes in and just cleans house? Like it's filmed kind of like, what's that movie about the 2 Irish hitmen that has Norman Reedus in it? God damn it!
Oh, Boondock Saints. Yeah,
it's like Boondock Saints and Westeros.
All
where
right.
he
come out of the vents.
Yeah, him and the other sell swords. Yeah, and they just clean house, this wreck shop.
Right.
And it's just like a whole hour of sparrows getting taken,
just like 300
brutally. Yeah,
just gratuitous killing. Over and over.
Yeah,
I would love that so much.
Just make the great Sept of Baelor look like a fucking slaughterhouse. I would totally pay upwards of $100 to get that special edition DVD Blu-ray set.
Yeah, me too.
And don't forget the digital download. Gotta have the digital download. That's why it's worth however much it's worth. Okay, so here's the game plan. We come back Tuesday with the full coverage cast. So if we missed anything, we'll certainly get that cleaned up. We'll have lots of feedback, I'm sure. And then of course Friday we come out to spoiler cast where we can talk about the implications of the new characters and the binge-ins and all that kind of stuff.
Talk a ton about Walter Frey having
Walter Frey?
Walter, whatever his name, Waldo Frey.
What am I to do, Walter? What am I to do? He was the Blackfish. It's the Blackfish. She took his castle. It was his castle, was it not? What would you have me do, Walter?
But she's got Catelyn's brother, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't remember this guy.
So he was the one that was the makeup wedding. Like, you're not going to get the King of the North, but you're going to get the Lord of the Riverrun, or the future Lord of Riverrun, and he is going to marry your daughter. And as they were whisking him off the bed, then they started playing the Reigns of Castamere and everybody died.
Right.
So they still have him, and they're going to apparently
use him as a reminder.
Now, what do you remember of the Blackfish and his relationship?
Nothing.
This is the guy who couldn't get a lit arrow into his father's boat to give him the Viking funeral to save his life.
It is.
He's the same. He's the
Took
same.
3 shots.
He's also the same guy that rolled in and like, I took this one place, and aren't you so? And Rob screamed at him because he essentially lost a major battle because he won a relatively minor one.
So you don't think he's gonna give a shit?
I wonder if he's gonna be like, you know what? The world would be better off. I got my castle, and I ain't leaving it.
All right. I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, because that's not exactly. I mean, I'm sure he loves his nephew after a fashion, or his great nephew, but damn.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely talk more about this on Tuesday for sure.
Yeah,
but thanks.
And also, did you one more before we leave? Did you take it? One thing that the Three-Eyed Raven said last episode is that Bran has to learn everything, and boy howdy, was he getting a lot of rapid fire, like Neo in the Matrix style learning kung fu.
Yeah.
Do you think that he, in this extended kind of warg state, that he did in fact learn everything, and now he just has to figure out what it means?
Yeah, I don't think he would have popped out of the warg state without having learned everything. So yes, I think so.
I mean, that's like a weird thing. Like, what is that experience like if you just have knowledge that just explodes in your head? Does that mean you have it instantly at your recall, or do you have to like kind of sift through it and let it bake in there? I thought it was interesting because, man, it went everywhere. It went back to the Tower of Joy. You had the Mad King yelling, burn them all. You had a whole bunch of stuff in this vision that I need to watch a couple more times before I even can describe it.
Saw Ned's head come off.
Yeah, but I'm wondering
if
that wasn't him getting all knowledge.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll talk more about it on Tuesday, and we'll be back then. And yeah, good night.
All right, see ya.
Bye.